shots look.
Yeah.
Knowing now how staged they are.
Yeah.
But actually, when you see it on the telly, it sort of works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
you
does.
kind of even doing it in my office.
Yeah.
And then I had a Father's Day card from my son, like above my desk, which was a finger doing "screw you," and we completely overlooked that. That was it.
It is possible that the election leads to a clear outcome. Say, for instance, Boris Johnson gets a majority in Parliament, at which point then actually Brexit is relatively easy to deal with, not least because he has created, or is in the process of creating, a parliamentary party that is more or less united around his view of Brexit. That's to say, some of the worst sceptics haven't been welcomed back into the party. So that's relatively easy. You could see him then, for instance, getting his deal through quite quickly. Less likely, according to the numbers at the moment, if Jeremy Corbyn formed a government with a majority, he's made it quite clear he would renegotiate the deal and have a referendum. However, and this is the big sort of problem we have, it is perfectly possible that the election leads us to another hung parliament with no clear majority. And in that circumstance, Brexit will be as difficult to resolve as it is now. The polls are all over the place. The British electorate is more volatile than it's ever been. If you think about it, between 2010 and 2017, 49% of electors changed the party they voted for. So there's all that uncertainty. Then we're not sure about turnout in December. Is the weather going to be cold? Will people turn out in the dark to vote? In Scotland, it's getting dark at 2 o'clock in the far north. Will people go out in the sleet and in the dark? The other thing is, because of the weather, a lot of people, I suspect, will be trying to vote by post, which means, in a sense, we're going to have two elections. We're going to have people voting early by post, people voting on the day. It'll be very, very interesting to see if the outcomes of those two are very, very different. So no one with any sense, I would say, is going to bet on the outcome of this election. British politics, in a sense, is the gift that keeps on giving, and it keeps treating us to these surprises that we just hadn't expected. I wouldn't count against it this time. Bear in mind, one of the great rules of British politics used to be that the campaign doesn't matter. People essentially have made up their minds beforehand. Think back to 2017, the whole picture shifted during the campaign. I suspect something like that will happen this time round. Always look out for the unexpected. Events can keep happening during an election, and they can determine the outcome of the election.